Hi, I am Mystic Marshmallow. Thank you so much for coming to this reading today. Today's reading is going to be about what they would want to say to you. So if you have a particular person on your mind, this is about, what they would say to you if they could. Perhaps this is something that they will say to you, or perhaps not. Perhaps it's something that they wish they could say. The things that may have been left unsaid that this is particularly going to be for you, perhaps if you have not spoken to this person in a long time, or if you speak to them but you know that there's something more under the surface or something that's being left unsaid. So we're going to find out today with 3 different piles to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And you're going to use your intuition to select which pile is correct for you in your situation. So go ahead and take a few deep breaths and use this time to tune into your intuition and select your pile. The timestamps for each pile will be in the description box below. Also, if you'd like to purchase a personal reading with me, that information is below as well. Thank you so much and be well. We're going to start with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You selected this first pile with this feather here. I'm not sure exactly which kind of bird this feather belongs to. I don't even remember where I got it, but this is your pile. So starting off your reading, let's see what is the energy of your connection with this person and what they would like to say to you. We have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So sometimes they feel like, you hold on a little too tight, or when they're trying to take space, you kind of jump in, and it's an anxiousness that draws you in towards this person, where sometimes you focus too much of your energy on trying to heal this other person, and sending maybe multiple text messages at a time, that kind of thing. But they also want you to know that it's not your fault, that they don't blame you, and that they see the beauty in you, but there's their own area of life where they've kind of held on too tightly. Perhaps it is an actual addiction, or it's just something that, is like a kind of a pain or a trauma in them that has not allowed them to let you in fully. We have this rainbow here over these swords with what I believe is the 6 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. So there is a holding on too tight where this person kind of felt that they perhaps had to ghost you or push you away in order to keep themselves emotionally feeling safe, because this is what their kind of mental programming is that when they get too close to somebody, they'll either hurt them or something will go wrong. So they have to kind of distance themselves. They would say, that they acted selfishly, and that it was not your fault. Their selfish actions came from a place of fear. I do feel quite a bit of sadness and pain here that has transpired between the two of you. They would want to find healing. They would want to find some kind of peace. I don't get the sense that they feel necessarily optimistic about, if this is a romantic relationship, rekindling it or anything like that. It's more of they just wish there could be peace, and they kind of wish they could take back some mistakes of the past, but they see how your paths separated, and they kind of have an understanding now, that you had to go separate ways. It was not easy for them, though. It was a very painful process, and they felt kind of lost within themselves as well in separating from you. But it was something that they needed to do, even though it came from a place of fear and there was some selfishness in how they behaved. They also had to kind of separate. And the two of you definitely are mirrors reflecting one another. It has to do a lot with childhood pain, attachment wounds, things like that. And you both wanted to kind of hold tight, but every time you would come together, it's kind of like magnets falling apart, or these two people kind of falling in opposite directions. But there's something about this that has also led to their ascension and to your ascension, because, you know, with this image here, it's like they're falling apart, but you can't tell if they're falling or flying or going down or going up, which can be a disorienting energy when things kind of fly apart like that. But there's also this hand extended upwards, and I get this kind of upward motion of ascension and of basically leaving the old self behind. So it's kind of like this person had to leave their old self behind, their old life behind, old attachments and things, in order to become a new version of themselves. And sometimes, you know, our paths have to separate from one another, even if it's painful, or even if it's painful. And so this person would ask you to loosen your grip on them, to let them go, and to know that it's okay to let them go, that you didn't do anything wrong, that they send you love, but they need that space, and there needs to be that letting go. And the more that you try and grasp on tight to them, the more the energy repels. Okay? So let's dig in a little bit deeper, see what other messages this person has for you, and also just what your guidance team and spirit wants to say. The Tower, yes, there was an ending here. You know, things kind of fell apart, but this is a beautiful Tower card. Like, the Tower in this version of the tarot is, you know, very beautiful, and it's not falling apart. It's well constructed. It's kind of like a citadel on a hill. And so there's a chance for victory and triumph and feeling more self-assured and confident through this. And so they want to say that they can sense and feel the confidence that you have gained in yourself through this, and they themselves are feeling more confident about their decision, even though there was a time where, and when I say their decision, it's almost like I'm assuming that this person left you or chose to block you out or distance you in some way. But whatever fell apart, despite the disorienting quality of it at the time and how confusing it really was for them, they are going to feel more of a sense of being self-assured in that, and wishing you well and wanting you to step into your own strength and your own power. And they have felt shifts in your energy in which you have stepped more into your power and have been more assertive with others, maybe assertive with this person. Absolutely. So, you know, they can sense how you really are stepping into your own abundance, knowing your worth, knowing your value, asserting yourself, creating the kind of life that you want. There's something about motherhood here. Maybe this person may have said to you at one point, like, you would be a great mother, if that applies to you and your gender and everything. But there's something about you that's very nurturing, a beautiful quality that this person sees in you. And they want to wish you well. They want to wish you well on your journeys, on your next steps of life, on your travels, on everything that you go through, that, you know, they see that you're someone that's going to create a lot of success, and that you're not going to let the past hold you back, that you have a lot ahead of you and you have so much to look forward to. Sometimes this person, you know, worried about dragging you down, and they don't ever want to be a weight on you. They want to see you elevated and ascending. Okay. I know sometimes it feels really difficult to let go, but it is possible. It's a process. Yes, this hunger that you feel for connection with this person, this hunger that you may have sometimes just to be in their energy or hear from them, comes from some pretty deeply rooted fears. And this, well, that kind of hunger for a person can feel like an intense attraction. There can also be something deeper behind it where you're feeling a lack in yourself and you're seeking something from the other person that you need to actually get from within yourself. So really the lesson here is kind of surrendering and letting go and releasing your anger towards this person, okay? And they're releasing any anger or pain that they've held on to as well. My masculine gods and titans cards are calling out to me now, so let's hear what we have to say here. Dionysus, ecstasy. Yeah, somebody here may have had like a drinking issue, which could have been part of what came in between you and this other person, or some other kind of like addiction, or you know, just being too caught up in the 3D in a way that was not healthy. They do find you very beautiful, very attractive, very sensual. And they also, there's a very strong support team that you have, and a lot of strength and wisdom that you have in this empowerment for yourself. There is some sense of this person feeling like they were greedy or they took things in a selfish way. And they're, you know, essentially saying that they're sorry for how they've reacted defensively or how they've acted selfishly at times. Really, it did come from a place of fear where they were trying to protect themselves, but they didn't know how to do it in a healthy way. But they see that you are a very kind and benevolent person who has really given a lot of your energy to them. They ask you to take that energy back for yourself. Stop giving so much of your energy and attention towards them when they need to focus on themselves and you need to focus on yourself. But there is still, you know, a connection that you will always have with this person in the way that you both had some pretty deep lessons to learn from one another. Okay, so I'm not going to have these readings go on at too much length today, but I do want to get a few more cards. We have treasure your loved ones, be in the present, and dream of the future. Okay, so they want you to be protected. They want to see you safe. They want the best for you. And there's a certain sadness that they have when they, you know, think of kind of how things went in this connection, but they're hoping that someone can take good care of you and protect you in the way that they couldn't. And they really want you to honor yourself and take good care of yourself. And this person is sorry for not being able to provide that for you, but they also at the same time know that you can have that elsewhere and that you can have that within yourself. Again, there's the mother and the child here, so that may be of some significance. Be in the present and dream of the future. You know, you definitely connect with this person on the astral plane. You both probably have dreams of one another, and have probably known each other in different states of consciousness and in different lifetimes. And so, you know, this is a reminder to be in the present, not focus too much energy on the past or on worrying about the future, and really to reconnect with your higher self. You know, you may spend a lot of time and energy trying to connect with this person, but refocus that to connecting with your higher self and connecting with the divine. Okay. So I do have some handwritten love messages. This, you know, feels like it was a past relationship, love relationship. It could be anything, but we're going to get some love messages here from this handwritten deck that was made by a friend of mine. My prayers were answered. It took me so long to know, but now I'm sure. Wow. So that's really powerful and speaking to the energy that I sensed earlier about, you know, this person feeling very confused and disoriented, but now having more of a sense of clarity and a sense of self-assuredness. in knowing their path forward and the decisions that they're going to make moving forward, even if they may regret some decisions from the past. So where there once was confusion and fog, there now is more of a clarity and an understanding of why things unfolded the way they did, and how this person wants to, move going forward rather than focusing too much on the past. Okay, and in a way, you may have been an answer to their prayers, or they may have been praying for clarity and now they've gotten it. And it's been a long path for them. There was something that, their soul really needed to learn that they just weren't getting. And it kind of took them a long time, but now it's coming to more of a sense of completion, fulfillment, and knowing why things happened the way they did, understanding their own behavior and why they acted the way that they did. They're gaining more clarity on that. So they would want you to know that. And you can be happy that this person is working through. They're not the same version of themselves they were in the past. They have a better understanding and self-awareness now. So that is what I had for you, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'm wishing you lots of love and blessings. Take care. Okay, Pile 2, welcome. Thank you so much for joining this reading. You chose this beautiful feather here and the second pile, so we're going to get into your messages. Let's see. Ace of Swords. Wow, there really is a vibrancy and a clarity. I would not be surprised if this person actually will communicate with you, whereas some of these piles may be just, what the person wishes they could say, but they're not going to. I would not be surprised if this person actually does communicate with you in a actually more mature way of understanding their own growth and their own cycles and how they have transformed over time and how you have been a part of that. So there's something that you've been doing, a shift in your energy for the positive that is creating, a shift in the dynamic between you and this person. And there is something kind of forceful about this, but it's just like a very powerful energy of understanding, wow, okay, I've got to say this, or wow, I know this. We have deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing. You have been doing a lot of healing, and I'm sensing this person would say that they have as well. They would want to communicate that they've transformed a lot, that they have done a lot of healing, they've done a lot of self-reflection, and that you are deeply connected with that they feel a sense of deep connection to you, and that, while they've been healing, you've been kind of mirroring them in your own healing, and the energy between you has been going back and forth. And look at this, we have the infinity, a rainbow infinity twice here on this card and here. So there's definitely could be symbolism and synchronicity with the number 8 or the infinity symbol with snakes, butterflies, but there is this like infinite connection that they feel to the divine and to you. And also, there is this energy that's kind of looping between the two of you. Now, you may at times have been stuck in kind of a negative loop, but there's something new or something shifting in this to help the both of you transform and heal. They would say that they really see you as kind of an earth angel, as someone who has a very healing and light presence here on this earth. Okay, what else do we want to get? I'm feeling called towards these cards, so let's see what they have to say. Okay, quite a few came out and we're going to take them. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? This is asking you to trust your intuition. We have play, have fun, celebrate, and don't be too serious. Transformation. Isn't that powerful to get the transformation card right alongside the butterfly? Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing, and we have deep cellular healing right here. So wow, if that isn't confirmation, I don't know what is. We have don't dim to fit in and Mintanka, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So this person would tell you, you are a light worker. You are such a beautiful being of light. Don't ever, ever dim your light. And they see how you've transformed and how you've healed, and they would express to you, you've really helped me transform and heal too. You've helped them shed old layers and break out of old patterns. And, you know, at times this may have felt very serious, and there may have been heavy energy between the two of you as you've been doing this transformation. But there's now a sense of playfulness that they want to bring in, a sense of joy, a sense of appreciation, love, light. There is a lightening of this connection. There's a lifting of the heavy energies, and it is bringing about a new chapter, a new way of life. There is new clarity that is being found, that is being illuminated. We have the sun here around her head, the sun there, the sun bringing in clarity where there once was darkness. Now we have the trust the niggling feeling here, which, you know, there's a lot of like black and gray in this card, and, you know, sometimes we're stuck in the unknown and we don't know what's ahead, but we just have to trust our intuition. And really here we have this illumination around the crown chakra of, you know, light coming in, the path ahead being the way being lighted, where you may have had to take steps in the dark, not really knowing what was going on. That feeling that you've trusted is now bringing new clarity, and this person is having more of an awakened sense of clarity about what they need to say, how they should communicate, and the impact that you have had on their life. Longing for home, belonging. There is maybe a sense of longing that has gone back and forth in the energy between the two of you, longing for that sense of connection, for that beautiful light to return. And there is a remembrance and a returning of that light. Okay. All right, let's see what else. We have the Two of Fire. It's been a long journey. But there's something that has been guiding you along the way, a little light along your path. It's like you have been the light there. I'm seeing a lighthouse, like they're out on a stormy sea, and you are the lighthouse that brings them back to shore. And there's something that you've been following that's been your guiding light, even in the darkness. That's been your intuition that has been pulling you forward, even when things were dark, even when you were weary, even when you were tired of it all. We have the star on the bottom of the deck, which again is this, you know, look at that radiance around her crown and around her being. The star is that guiding star, that northern star, that beautiful light that calls you forward. So this is very beautiful. I am drawn to get more from the Starseed Oracle cards. Maybe just one or two more. I'm seeing like a gateway, activated earth, power place, ley lines, trust where you're led. This pile really is about trusting your intuition and following that path towards where you're being led. And there's something that this person is having to, you know, trust in order to be led towards, and something that they may express because of this deepened sense of awareness and trust that they've gained. Okay, I'm gonna get some of these Whispers of Love Oracle cards. Yes, this one. Simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person says something kind to you. They appreciate your kindness, and your trust in the universe is shaping the reality. It's reshaping old patterns, are now being shaped into something new, brighter, happier, because of the energy of kindness that you've put forward. We have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. So just as you've been putting out this energy of kindness and love, this person is going to reflect that back to you. We have the number 2 here, a number of balance, harmony, and connection. So, you know, this person is going to mirror you, and you've been actually in a really positive energy, shifting a lot of things. And so there may be something that this person says or does that is very positive and is what you wanted to hear, and it's because of the energy of what you're attracting. I don't even remember this card coming out. Child of the Cosmos, did I talk about that? Weird. See that fall out? The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Well, isn't that beautiful? Okay. Not gonna strength. There's a lot of, they would tell you that you have a lot of strength and that this is something that they really admire and appreciate about you. They like your strength and also your balance. So your strength does not come across as forceful. You utilize it in a balanced manner. And this person has come into more of a sense of balance within themselves as well. Clearing out perhaps any anger that was in the vibration and the energy between you two in the past. All right, so I'm going to keep this reading rather short and sweet, but, you know, if this is romance, love, we might be able to get some messages from this very beautiful romantic deck that was made by a friend of mine, handwritten little love notes. Sometimes too many try to fly out, but we're going to take this one. I could never fear miracles were done on me. You are in my life. Yeah, this person really feels this strong sense of it's a miracle to have you in their life, and there may be something kind of miraculous about this new epiphany that they've come to, the clarity that they've gotten, and what they may communicate to you. I do feel called to get a roll of the Astro Dice. So we have Venus, the number 12, and Aquarius. This may be synchronous for you. Venus is associated with the signs of Libra and with Taurus. It's all about love, beauty, self-love. And then we have Aquarius, all about being different, innovation, and the number 12. And that's number 1. Number 2 may be significant, number 12, as well as the number 3, because that's what 1 and 2 add up to. So that is what I had for you, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. Okay. Hi, pile 3. Thank you for joining this reading. You chose this beautiful white feather. This is a feather of a swan that I found one day near a lake. It's very beautiful. So thank you for joining for this reading. We're going to go ahead and get started into your energy. Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups. There's grief and sadness here. You were so innocent. They would say you were so innocent. You didn't deserve any of this. Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. They feel a sense of grief, sadness, loss, disappointment, regret. They see you as very innocent and pure, and it pains them. I'm actually feeling like pain. Wow, a sudden pain in my heart. It really pains them deeply to think, oh my gosh, yeah, this is the kind of heart pain that you get when you're in a very deep grief. They never want harm to fall on you. They want you to be protected, and they just see you as this innocent lamb, and they feel that it's very unfair, the difficult trials that you have gone through that perhaps they may have even caused themselves. They have a lot of pain and regret about that. There is an opportunity for changing the course of things. Sometimes they reflect back on the past and they wonder how they could have done things differently. And then looking towards the future, they may question how things could be different, if they could right the wrongs of the past, if something could change. And you know, there is kind of this portal or this opportunity for things to shift in the dynamic between the two of you, but it's not a guarantee. And this person kind of thinks about what they might do or say to try and change things. They know they can't change the past, but maybe they can change the future. But at the same time, it kind of scares them, and they feel a little bit overwhelmed by it, and they're uncertain of if they really want to step through that door. Okay. Let me see what other cards I want to get. We're going with these. Okay, we do have the Lovers here and the Chariot. So, Gemini energy, as well as, you know, there's something about what you two have reflected to one another that was very intense and burned very bright, but also had kind of a dark side to it. And this person is acknowledging their own kind of personal demons that they may have projected onto you. And they felt like a sense of danger in the intensity of things that scared them. And they may have even betrayed you. And that is something that they do regret, but they can kind of get stuck in a bit of a cycle of like self-pity, self-sabotage when it comes to that. And they hate the thought of you being harmed. They just see you as this very pure, innocent being who has gotten betrayed and stabbed in the back. And it's very intense for them to think of that, to think of you, and they just know that you don't deserve that, and so they would express like, you don't deserve that, you deserve good things. It really pains and upsets them. It's almost like PTSD, kind of flashbacks of how you were hurt, and they hate the thought of that. Okay, so they try to be in control, but at the same time, they don't always know where they're going. And they're trying to think about where they want to steer this chariot and where they want to go in the future. They know that you deserve to receive so much, but these are positive cards indicating a shift into more of a sense of personal power. So they're saying, okay, I can't do anything to change the past, but I can do something to change the future. And they are feeling more of a sense of empowerment and assertiveness, and like reclaiming their crown and being able to say, you know what, I'm going to regroup, I'm going to refocus, and I'm going to do something to create positivity in my life in the future. They really want to turn over a new leaf and do better now. Okay, I'm going to pull from this deck and maybe even read from the book. Okay, we have patience and transformation. So we have 13 and 14. They are recognizing that you've been really patient with them, but there's just such a sadness that they feel in the loss of things, and it goes very deeply into their childhood, like feelings of abandonment, like pretty deep pain from their own childhood wounds. That they are working through, and they want to say thank you for your patience. Thank you for being so patient with me. Thank you for seeing the light in me. Thank you for seeing the good in me. But sometimes they get frustrated because they don't want you to be so patient with them. They're like, why are you so patient with me? You know, I keep fucking up. Why are you still forgiving me? Why are you still here? This is very intense, y'all. Ooh, okay. Anger and caution and sadness. Yeah, these energies are coming through real strong. They're angry at themselves. They're sad at themselves. They're worried about you. They're protective over you. And your guides are protective over you too. They don't want you to keep going into the same rut with this person when this person is very stuck in their own pain and stuck in their and they push you away because they're like, I can't stand the thought of hurting this person, but I feel like I'm just a broken person who hurts people. And so they get so frustrated because they love your light and they love, how kind and loving you are to them, but at the same time it angers them, and then they may project that rage out onto you because they're like, why do you love me? Why are you so kind to me? I don't deserve this. And so then they lash out and push you away. And it's because they feel this deep sense of unworthiness that they just self-sabotage. Okay. Ask for help. This person kind of knows that they need some help. Spiritual connection, focus on love and new love. Perhaps there could be a chance for, you to find new love with someone else. This person may want a chance for a restart, but they would really have to shift out of this energy of self-sabotage and getting stuck in the pain, because they view themselves as this beast. They view themselves as this dragon. They're like, you are this beautiful, amazing, wonderful, pure being of light, and I'm this fucking dragon. And they want to have a sense of renewed hope and optimism, but they more so are like, go on without me, like, not in like a suicidal way. I'm not trying to imply that, but like, you deserve happiness. Go be happy without me. It's okay. Like, you deserve it. Even if I can't have a fresh start, you can. They're kind of like, help me. I need help. Okay. I just want to like send some love and some light to everyone who's connected with this pile, because it's very intense, and I want to help you find some groundedness in this energy. Wow, it's really interesting if you see the parallel between... Do you see the parallel between these two cards, where this woman is leaning down looking at this dragon, this woman is leaning down and gazing at this man? Wow, I am feeling these energies very deeply, so I'm like almost overwhelmed by this reading because it is intense, but this is like a soul contract, something you agreed to do in order to help one another, and your higher self knows and has the wisdom to be able to see this person's potential. They're worried about, you might be worried actually of, you'd care so much about them. You truly do. And they appreciate that, and you've kind of been like a lifeline for them. You've helped them a lot. They feel like they don't deserve it, but they appreciate it at the same time. They would say to you, thank you so much for being so patient with me. Thank you for helping me. You're so kind. You're so empathic. You're so forgiving. Thank you. And it does have an impact. You have really helped this person, but at the same time, only they can help themselves. Oh, and I keep saying the word help, and I even forgot for a second that we have this ask for help card. You have helped them so much, but they need to help themselves. There's only so much you can do, and this person, you can't get them out. It's like they're down here, and you're trying to say, come on up, come out of this funk, it's okay. And they have to pull themselves out. You can't pull them up. They have to be the ones to take themselves out of this hole. I almost want to cry. But we're gonna get some final messages. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Didn't I say, like, we've got spiritual connection here. I said this is a soul contract. You're releasing soul patterns and soul contracts by becoming this warrior woman. This is about you stepping into your power, reclaiming your power, and cutting these ties to the old patterns and the old stories. You're cutting that loose and breaking free and emerging out of that. And it's a very painful process, my love, but you're doing amazing. We're going to end with a kind of final like little love message, this handwritten romantic message by a friend of mine on these cards. We have, not to overthink, though I am an Aquarian, love transcends the mind. Aquarius may be significant for you. This also is, there's a lot of mental stuff going on, a lot of overthinking. So love transcends the mind. All of this is all just negative thought patterns that are stuck in a loop. Love transcends that. So that's what you hold on to. You hold that love while also recognizing that you need to stop getting caught trying to help this person and allow them to help themselves. Ooh. All right, pile 3, that's what I had for you. I hope you take a lot from this reading, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Also feel free to like and comment and all that jazz. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Love and blessings to you.